BJP leader is with us on the broadcast. Garima Mehra, the Soni, who's a spokesperson of the Congress party, is with us. Also with us is Arvind Kumar Jain, who's the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. And last but not the least, Hemant Atri, senior journalist, also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Raman Malik, beginning with you. Very good evening to you, sir. What is happening in Haryana?
There has been certain incidents, and these incidents right now are being taken care of and they are being controlled. Once they are controlled, we will definitely be looking into who engineered them and who all were involved in creating this situation. As per as the reports available from various sources, the local MLA's involvement cannot be ruled out. Mr. Maman Khan or Mr. Aftab, they cannot be ruled out as per suggestions of local as well as other people on the ground. But this has to be investigated. These are very serious situations. We are looking into it. That is one part of it. The second is that this was with the similar.
Can I come in on your first part, sir, Mr. Malik? The fact that you are making these insinuations that the local MLA, namely Mr. Aftab or Mr. Khan, their involvement cannot be ruled out. On what grounds have you made these claims, sir?
Because a lot of local people had called up that they are, after this incident happened, they said that for the last few days they had been giving statements which were not very conducive to maintain law and order but to provocate people. But then this has to be verified, and this must be verified because they are respectable members of the Haryana Assembly. They must be verified, and one should not just accept that they are complicit in it, but then it should not be also ruled out because one of the statements which caught eye was that people said that indirectly the message was spread that Nu would become the new Godra. So that kind of a statement is very scary, and that has to be looked into. If somebody is playing a trick, then it must be also that fellow should also be arrested.
Okay.
But then if that has happened, it must be looked into, and I am very sure that nobody, I must say, who is involved in this would be spared. There is a lot of gifts that await them. Whether it is the bulldozers or other thing, they will all be waiting for them. They are being identified. Also, one must not forget that the pattern in which Delhi, February 2021 riots happened, or whether it was the last week the riots in Delhi with the processions happened, or this one, the pattern was same. The houses, the rooftops had stones. There were weapons available. There were masses which were accumulated. And it was well organized. So which again,
Mr. Malik, allow me to say that I am kind of appalled that you're making these statements in a very, very flat sort of a faced way where you're saying that the bulldozers await them. Who's them? You are making a very, very communal comment that is actually targeting one community, and it is very, very apparent here. Let me actually bring in Mr. No. It is a very irresponsible statement that has been made. You do understand that there are two groups who are being involved. You very well know, sir. Nu is a Muslim-dominated area. It is a Muslim, and when you talk about instigation, sir, Mr. Malik, when you talk about instigation, have the instigations not come in from social media, not come in from the VHP procession where the sloganeering was done? Do we not look at both the sides?
Let's understand.
Okay, I will give you the time to respond to this. Let me actually bring in Hemant Atri first. Hemant, all these claims that have been made by the BJP here, by a member of the BJP, that there was instigation. Of course, we have ground reports that there were stones that were kept on rooftops. Don't you think it's the police and the administration that is completely at failure here, rather than one group that can be actually just spoken about in this case?
Griyaji, I am in 100% agreement with you on whatever you have said. See, whatever has happened in Nu, it is one of the most unfortunate instances. What is the Chief Minister saying? He is saying it's a pre-planned conspiracy. My question, once the administration and the government were clear that there are certain things, there can be a violence, why were no preemptive steps were taken?
Yeah.
What was the administration doing? Number one, it was a classic case of intelligence failure,
Yeah.
administrative failure. You tell me one thing. There was a gentleman called Manesar. How this whole started, I was looking into your report. Your reporter was reporting from ground zero. There is a gentleman called Manesar, who is a so-called Gorakshak. None other than Prime Minister himself has barred these Gorakshaks, so-called Gorakshaks. You tell me one thing. He issues a statement 3 days back. And what he says, all of you come there, and we all are coming there. The whole episode started from there, right? This is the genesis of it.
Why?
The gentleman.
Why cannot Monu Manesar travel somewhere? He is a
Let him make his point.
Stop
Let him
this
complete
gentleman.
his point. Let him complete
No,
his point,
no,
Mr. Malik.
please.
No, one second, Mr. Malik.
Before
Mr.
I
Malik,
say
let him complete his point. You can come
Has
and
he
interject
conceded
once
his
he's completed his
constitutional
point.
right?
Once
Now-
he's completed
now-
his point, sir.
His
Please.
constitutional right comes once I complete, not before that.
Yeah.
Now, this gentleman gives a clarion call to everybody. Of course, he is very well within his rights to invite his people from his community. There is no confusion. But was the new administration, was the local police, was the intelligence agency not aware what his arrival can cause? The whole thing simmered up from there. Now, the local administration was not following all these Facebook posts, whatever they were going on social media. Nobody followed that. The issue became the gentleman never came. That is a standard operating procedure.
Yeah.
And what happened is all to see. Now, I would ask one thing. This, as you rightly pointed out, just 6 months back, 2 youths were burnt alive. Burnt alive. This gentleman is still, at large. How dare he issue such a statement and he is still scot-free? Now the issue is the government, the chief minister, and see what the home minister was saying. He was saying that there is a larger conspiracy. You please tell me what for the government administration is. They are there to preempt such conspiracies. They are there to take land order before it arises. They are working out once the situation has happened and damage has already been done. My simple question is, have you ever seen Mewat from 1991 till date in such a communal clash? The answer is no. Why? Despite all those provocations in last 9 to 10 years, whatever have been done, in the name of Goraksha, what they do every day, day in and day out. You tell me, the local administration is there, police is there, Goraksha Kanun is there. Who these gentlemen are? Who are they to take care of this Goraksha part? Who are they? They are the illegals. But I don't have any name for them. But they are the crooks who take land order into the thing, and they have a patronage of a particular political outfit as well as their supporters all across in the powers that be. Now, first thing is, what is Goraksha doing? Government is there, administration took care, law should take its own course.
What is all of this? Are we debating about new violence or are
No, we are debating about new violence only, and this is an important aspect that needs to be debated, Mr. Malik. Where is Monu Manesar?
Since
No, Mr. Malik.
1947,
Mr.
all
Malik,
this
tell
happened
me.
because of this Monu Manesar.
No, where is Monu Manesar? Don't you think that it all started with that? And why?
That is what
Why,
Rajasthan
sir?
police are
Why?
doing.
I want to understand why, sir.
Incompetence of Rajasthan police cannot be put onto us.
This incident happened in Haryana, and there was an alleged message that was posted on social media which is going viral of Monu Manesar. Where is he?
Police, not by Haryana police.